Hi, Kian. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, Cindy?
I'm good. How's everything going for you?
Pretty good. Since we talked, I feel a little better. Um, still a little stressed out, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, I feel a little better.
Okay, well, that's normal. I mean, anyone facing what you're facing, I mean, it has to be hard. You have a family, and this is something that happened unexpectedly, nothing planned. So, there's gonna be some stress. But
For sure. Yeah.
I'm glad that you came back today. Um, I want to kind of recap on our last visit. From
Okay.
the last time, there were several things you mentioned about why you came in, and one of them was that you were laid off from work.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
you've also been facing eviction.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
you also you said you've never done it before, but you kind of pushed your wife, and she sustained some minor injuries, but nothing um, too severe. And then you also mentioned that when I asked about your family's, uh, if their nutritional needs were being met, and you kind of explained that right now your wife left the home with the children. She's at a friend house, and you believe that they will need some help with food. Um, that's some of the things you mentioned in our last assessment.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, is there anything you'd like to ask me, or like to share? I know I forgot to ask you about, when you said you were laid off. I was meaning to ask you what uh what type of work you did. I didn't get a chance to ask you that.
Y- yeah. My friend a couple of years back opened a restaurant, and so he allowed me to work with him. I became the manager. So I've been managing the restaurant for a couple of years now. But with the virus and the pandemic and all that, he couldn't afford to stay open because there's so many rules and social distancing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
We just couldn't afford to keep the doors open. He wanted to, he tried to help us, but there was no way. He was just, I mean, even with any government assistance, it wasn't enough. He just couldn't stay open.
Wow. So many people are coming in with the same issue, being laid off, and I mean, it's really getting hard out there. But
Yeah,
you
it's frustrating.
yeah, very frustrating. Um, you mentioned that when I asked you about if you were looking for work, you mentioned you weren't at the time. I don't know if did you get a chance to visit the center or not yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I yeah, typical, just putting stuff off, but
Hmm.
I'm willing to do, whatever. So, I mean, if I were to work again, I would prefer it be in the restaurant business, but I'm willing to do, whatever it takes because, even including not having an income,
Hmm.
I had insurance for my family also, health insurance, and so now I don't have that.
Hmm.
And so the kids need, they're all young. If they need to go to the doctor, what do we do? And so I'm willing to take, anything for now and then hopefully just find something that has benefits.
Okay. All right. So, um, you are ready to look for a job. You want to provide for your family's nutritional needs, and then you just mentioned insurance. You would like some insurance for your children. I mean, you have some pretty young children at home.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Um, uh,
yeah.
what about
Just a
your,
bad time to lose your job.
yeah, with this pandemic, I'm telling you, it is. Um, uh, what about your drinking? I know you mentioned that you started drinking since you being laid off. Have you?
Since I met you and we talked a little bit, and then talking again with my wife, I'll admit I've had a couple of nights where I drank. Not the every night getting overloaded like I was, but I'm still tempted to, for sure.
So I know I mentioned enrolling into an AA program. Is that something you're still interested in
For
doing?
sure. Because I mean, it's not like I don't have the time, and rather than go out and get drunk, I guess it would be better to hopefully maybe get some help or be around some people that have been through, the alcohol process. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely willing to do what it takes to quit doing that.
Okay. And then I mentioned about when you told me you kind of pushed your wife or whatever, hit her. I had mentioned marriage counseling, and you agreed that that's something that you wouldn't mind um, getting help with. Is that still something?
Yeah, it's definitely something that I need for sure, and
Mm-hmm.
and I know she wants to. So um, there's some. She's always asked me to get some help in the past, just for my little. I've had anger issues here and there, and
Mm-hmm.
so I think I've just been hard headed and stubborn and too
Mm-hmm.
proud to tell anyone else my issues. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's time to let all of that go and try to get some help.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Well, it seems like uh, there shouldn't be a problem with you achieving these goals because it's something that you would like to get help with. Um, what do you think you need to do to achieve some of these goals?
uh, I'm as far as work goes, I need to be applying for jobs. You already mentioned, if I want to quit drinking, I've got to want to do it myself, but also I guess if I go to AA, that'll be a step in the right direction. And then um yeah, working on my anger and that kind of stuff, uh and making things right with my wife, especially after the way I handled things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe family therapy will be a good way to do that. So I'm willing to do those all of those things because I don't have any other choice, and I want to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mentioned the last time when you came, I commended you for coming in because it takes a lot of strength and courage to come in and get help. You have to put your pride aside, like you mentioned, um, you know, earlier. So I commend you for even coming in. That's like the first step to, you know, resolving your issues. So even coming in and opening up to me. I know I'm a stranger. We've never met prior to our first assessment. I mean, and you were, courageous enough to open up to me about what was going on with you. And then you also mentioned how, when things really got hard for you with, maintaining the bills and your responsibilities, you had to pawn some things in the home, which that takes strength because you could have sought other means, um, to provide for your family, but you did what you thought would be, you know, best and temporary.
Well,
So
I
I
I
completely.
appreciate that. Thank you for that.
So it shows that you are willing and you
Hmm.
are able to do what is needed for you to, get through this situation. So um, wanted to suggest that perhaps you take apply for 3 jobs a day during the week.
Okay, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna write this down if that's okay.
Yes, go ahead. Feel free.
Okay. Okay. So three a day. Okay.
Yes, 3 jobs a day during the week, Monday through Friday. You can also take time to get help with preparing your resume and cover letter as well. Because
Okay.
nowadays, I'm not sure when you started with the company, but now they are really um, looking for resumes and cover letters. So you can get help with
Okay.
that at the center as well. And then
Okay.
enrolling in the AA program, probably let's say once a week. I think that shouldn't be bad.
Okay.
So
Once a week.
hmm
Okay.
so you'll go to AA once a week, and then we will schedule to meet with a marriage counselor to work on perhaps your anger issues or um, maybe helping you with opening up, kind of not like holding things in like you did. You kind of hid everything from your wife.
Yeah,
So,
that's been Carrie's. That's been my motto forever.
uh-huh. So that's what I think. I think you will work for you. And yeah. Um, I also have some good news for you. You when you last assessment you mentioned that you were facing eviction. Um, I did look into several agencies. I found one that is willing to assist you and your family with your rent, possibly for 6 months, as well.
Really?
Yes, and I'll give you that information when we hang up.
Oh
Um,
my goodness.
yeah, so they're willing to help with your rent for 6 months as well as utilities. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so I'll give you that information. I can
Six
send it
months.
to through
Okay.
through your email. Did you get a
Okay.
chance to speak to someone in the office?
I did, and and they know me, and they're pretty cool people, and so they were like, we can give you, up to a week maybe, but other than that, they were like, you've got to come up with a plan. So yeah, I mean, that's great news. 6 months, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Um, I
Yeah.
can also see someone was supposed to get back to me today. So hopefully when we're done, I can I'll hear from them. I can also see if they have like any type of letter or something that they can provide you with where you can give to the office because I
That's what I
definitely.
was okay. I was gonna ask you if because I know they're gonna ask me, and
Mhm.
if it takes a little time for the process to get going, I wanted to make sure the office knew what was going on. So that would be great.
Okay. Um, Definitely. So, um, I'll look into that. Hopefully, they reach out to me today before the day is over with, and I can
Okay.
provide you with something that you can uh, give them, and then or perhaps they can also uh, call. Maybe you can talk to someone in the office with them where they can see that it's true that you are going to receive help with your rent.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, that might work. Okay.
Mhm. And then also, you expressed how you you feel like your family needs help with food, um, and insurance. Well, you mentioned the insurance now, but we can apply for Medicaid, which hopefully I believe the children will qualify for, if anything.
Okay.
And then we can apply for food stamps and cash assistance. In the meantime, while I was planning out everything after we spoke our last session, I was thinking there is a waiting process after you submit your application for those benefits. So
Yeah.
I found a food pantry in your area where you can pick up grocery once a week.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so that'll
Okay.
help you in the meantime.
Man, yeah.
Yes, so that
Wow.
can. Yes, I've been working.
You're a magician.
So
Man.
yes, so I will give you that information as well. I'll send it to you via
Okay.
email. hmm Do you have any questions, or you feel there's anything new that you want to share with me? Or
No, the main concern I had was with the rent, and
hmm
so um if I can just maybe call and speak to the people you're talking about at the office, while I'm at the office, or get a letter. That was one of the biggest concerns, and then just food for the kids. So I
hmm
think you covered almost everything. So man, that's amazing. I really
yes,
appreciate it.
I definitely do not want you guys to be out of a home, because right now with this pandemic, even the homeless shelters are they're not taking as many people as they once was. So I definitely don't want to see you guys end up, on the streets. So, and I want to make sure you guys, you know, your nutritional needs are being met as well. So
Yeah,
those were my focus after speaking to you.
awesome.
So, you're gonna go ahead and commit to applying for the 3 jobs once a day, um, for a week, Monday through Friday. You're going to enroll in the AA program for once a week, and then
Okay.
also uh, make an appointment to seek marriage counseling for. Okay, so
Okay. So applying for 3 jobs a day. I'll
mhm,
get some help with a resume. AA once a week,
mhm.
and then I guess after we apply for the counseling, we'll know more about the schedule for that.
Yes.
So okay,
hmm
okay, cool.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
will definitely, if I hear from the agency today, I will send you an email or I'll call you. And then I'm going to send you some resources through your email. There's things that you can apply for. Um, as far as applying for the food stamps, and I know you probably never done this before, but it kind of explains everything on the website. If you need my assistance, I can kind of walk you through it. But if you think you can handle it on your own, you will need some documentation like your ID information, your family social security numbers, things of that nature. Um, they do ask for pay stubs, but you haven't been working for several months now, so you won't have any
Yeah.
3 months worth of pay
Yeah.
stubs. Okay, so
Did
um,
they? Is it possible for me to use the computer at your guys' place to do some of that stuff?
oh yes, definitely. Yeah, that since the room is not only for looking for employment, you can also use it for different things as well, as long as it's things of uh, that relates to, getting you back on your feet, or, nothing like Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
So,
Man. Okay.
so I am going to set up an appointment to meet with you probably, let's say, 3 days from now. Is that good, or you prefer to kind of push it out a little further?
No, that's fine. I think I can get some things accomplished within that time. So,
Okay, so I'll go
and
ahead
that
and,
way I can give you an update.
okay, good. That's what I wanted to say. So I can see where your progress, where you're at from today.
Yeah, I want you to know that I'm gonna do my best. So, yeah,
Okay.
that
Now
way.
that I'll send you the information for the food pantry so that you can check it out as soon as possible so you can get some grocery for your family. Okay. And so I'll set an appointment for today is Tuesday. So for Friday.
Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, thank you so much for coming
Yay.
in. I'm so glad that you are ready and you're willing to do the work to get things back to where they were.
I really appreciate it. This is a fresh start. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I'll talk to you on Friday, and you may get an email from me later on today
Okay.
as far as
Sounds good.
the letter for the office.
Oh, okay. I'll let them know as soon as we're done here. I'll let them know that they should we should be able to prove that I'm gonna get the help. So okay, cool.
Okay. All righty. Thank you so much, Kian.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.